Intro. This is Kenny and Karsh, and we're talking to Mr. Coughlin and Mrs. Bodak. Could you describe your perfect classroom?
The ideal classroom?
Yeah.
Well, if we had an ideal, obviously we'd love a room with lots of tables for kids to work at and lots of light, because I like light instead of being in a dark room. And obviously technology, access to technology. But I think the ideal classroom for me is not necessarily that stuff. It's a group of kids who are willing to get engaged and excited and take part in activities. So the kids are the most important part of the classroom.
Yep. And Ms. Bodak?
I would echo that. I would say that a group of kids who were excited, making good noise, active, and with all of those advantages of technology and materials available, it's just the excitement of learning would make the ideal classroom for me.
Cool. And what kind of projects would you do in your classroom to make the students engaged and interested?
Want to start?
My kids do a lot of projects. They work both in and out of the classroom, in groups an awful lot. Each unit, we've been studying ancient civilizations, and we build on the first one and then just keep comparing. And each time we do a different type of presentation for a culminating activity. So they've done, they do the PowerPoints and electronic presentations, but they also do the old-fashioned shadow boxes. They do the boards. We also do National History Day in our district, so they have the opportunity to do the drama presentations as well as formal papers.
Cool. And Mr. Coughlin?
All kinds of projects, but I like activities and projects each day in class that make kids look at primary sources and try to figure things out. I don't want kids sitting listening to me. I want kids to be actively involved, learning, investigating, and looking at history, taught mostly American history, from lots of different perspectives. And whereas a textbook gives one person's view, I like kids being able to figure things out and come up with their own perspectives on history. And so it's any kind of project or activity that gets them working and talking together to try to look at things from a number of different points of view.
Cool.
I would just ask that in doing sixth grade social studies, I build a foundation for the American history so that the kids get an exposure to an introduction to many of the different types of social studies with sociology and geography, and they build some basic prior knowledge of vocabulary that they can then apply when they come to their American history studies.
Cool. And what is one thing you have learned from your students?
I think it's something I learn every year. And I knew it in the beginning, and I used it for 35 years, but kids need to be actively engaged in learning. And if you can get them actively engaged in learning, 95% of the issues are gone. And you get kids who want to know, kids who are excited. If you don't present something as a boring set of facts, if you present it as a problem to be solved or an issue to deal with or a big question to answer, that creates the excitement and engagement in the classroom, and that's what's fun about teaching.
Yep.
I couldn't even begin to answer what I've learned from them. There's so much. Every day, students teach me, and I think the biggest lesson that I learned, the harder the kids work, the sooner they hit that aha moment is just such a thrill. It teaches me that I'm not giving to them, that they're giving to me. I really, I think it's learning the service that you're giving, but you're getting so much more.
And what keeps you guys going as teachers?
Well, I retired after 35 years of teaching because I wanted to leave while I still loved what I did and felt I was really effective with what I was doing. But I think that every day that engagement with kids and that excitement in the classroom is it's exhausting. It's an incredible amount of work, but you get excitement, engagement every day, and that's what makes it fun.
Cool.
I think, again, that aha moment, that each day that there's a child that comes to me that says, I never liked social studies before, or who gets something, who didn't get it in the beginning, who worked and figured it out. It's the most satisfying thing in the world.
Cool. All right.
I also think conferences such as this keep you going as a teacher. I've been coming to the Northeast Regional Conference for 30 some odd years now, and that is renewing, invigorating,
Inspiring.
finding new materials to work with kids is always fun.
Cool. Well, thank you for taking the time out today. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the conference.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Great questions. Great questions. Thank you.